Hello, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. Today we are going to make some more of these storage boxes that I have for my stamps. Now this is my very jumbly box. The others have more order to them, but this is the box I use the most stuff from. And it's simply made from cereal packets. If you just excuse me, I'll get my bits and pieces. So I've already cut some out, but I kind of want to show you the process. I've done about 10 of these so far, and I have them on one of my shelves. But this is my process. Let's move this one out of the way. Don't need that now. So they're sort of like magazine file folders that you sort of buy, that are usually about the same size as the actual cereal packet. But I want mine to sit neatly on my shelves. Now my shelves, the depth of my shelves are about 6.5 inches or 16 centimetres. So I measured that. I sort of measured the depth of my shelf because that's how deep I want my file folders to be. And this is how I did it. So I measured along, I then drew a line with a ruler, sort of all the way up on both sides, and then I would cut that off. I then would measure how high I wanted, so how high the shelf was, and I would make a cut that way too. Using the end that I cut off, I would reform sort of the base bit. So reform the base bit of the end that I cut off, and then I would push that in because there's enough give in the box to push that in and glue it in place. If that is what we're going to do now. With the glue that's probably blocked because I don't do the lid very well, do I? We'll be able to unpick it, she said, and then we won't. Yeah, we can. So using the strongest glue that you have and the one that dries quickest really. Or you don't have to, you could actually use PVA and stick some pegs on the side or some paper clips on the side here. As you can see, I actually half did this and I thought, oh, I should make a video. Show you what I've done, because I think this is probably the easiest storage you could make for free in your craft room. And it does look quite nice. And I'm getting ready. I'm just still trying to rationalise my craft room. It's not going to be perfect. I will try and do a tour before my annual leave's up, basically. There we go. We stick it in. We might need to use a couple of pegs. Oh, clips. I found pegs are good because they have like a long reach. So while that's drying at the back, we will move our focus to the front and we will start gluing our papers on. So I have a big old dictionary. I have lots of big old dictionaries because these are generally the things that you really do find at the bottom of a telephone box. So you can see this one's pretty beat up and I've already started taking things out of it. And dictionary pages are not very good to make journal pages in themselves, but they're very good for making ephemera. They're very good for covering things. They're good for making like thin things that you would like to go into your journal when you don't want a lot of bulk. And these pages are a bit more substantial. Some dictionary papers are like really, just checking, yep, that's how I do it. You know, some of them are really tissuey This one's not, it's quite substantial. So we're just going to start gluing on our pages. I've got my other one sort of as a guide without tipping all the bits out of where I want the bottom, because it roughly wants it like that. They roughly all match up on my shelves. They're not perfect, but they, you know, they're very much of made from the same materials. And this bit can be good old cheap as chips PVA glue. And it's quite a, you know, quite a quick craft. You can get this done. You can get a few of them done sort of in an hour. It's not going to take you very long. And like I said, they look quite nice. I might make some tags when I'm properly organised, because I don't feel particularly properly organised yet. I will put some labels on when I've sort of sorted out what's going to go in each of these boxes. So I have a lot of my stamps. I also have some envelopes that have been decorated, some junk mail envelopes that have been decorated. My jelly plate, when it's not being used, lives in one of these boxes. Because it's sort of vertically aligned, it's just really handy. You can get a lot of storage on a bookshelf. Yeah. So I decided yesterday to have a break, and I just put the video. I made 2 videos on Saturday, and I didn't put it up on Saturday night for one reason or another. So Sunday morning I decided to put that up, which was a quick video. And I'm thinking about like what types of videos I should do and the timings of it. Just trying to work out, you know, I don't want to make hour-long videos if people don't watch hour-long videos. And I'm like, do I watch hour-long videos? And I kind of have hour-long videos on in the background. Yeah. So I'm just trying to, what can I sort of distill down to a short amount of time that's appealing, that's useful, and done in my sort of very raw way. So I know that this wouldn't take long. I mean, literally the gluing of the pages is taking longer than actually making of the box, and it sort of does demonstrate how quickly these types of things come together. And how cheaply, you know, and it's already using things that you already have. I did a bit of boo-boo there, let's move that up a bit. That's it, that works better. Especially when you can focus on just doing that rather than having a conversation as well. But there we go. All the skill that I am acquiring. So yeah, so you sort of glue your paper down. This is going to get overlapped, so I will make sure that my measurements are a bit more on point there. Yeah. So I guess this is quick, free and effective storage that you can make to any size. So you might just need to literally just cut the page down a little bit, or you might need to do a bit more work on it. Let's see, that doesn't work. When I say cut your page, I mean cut your box you might not, you know, that the depth of your shelves might be quite deep, so that a full cereal box will sit on, then that's absolutely fine. I'd wary, if it became that big, I would be wary of what you would actually make in it. What would you keep in it? Would it be heavy things? If it's a lot of heavy paper, you might need to reinforce your box a little bit. How many would you have on a shelf? So my shelves, I initially just did sort of 3/4 of one shelf, and then I used some bigger ones to put all my Christmas stamps in. And then I made one to put my dies in. They sit on the top, very top of the bookshelf. Yeah. But, you know, you can make something that's just right for you, bespoke for you even. I mean, if you do these really well, you probably could make them and sell them, like, as a set. It's particularly if you do like sort of craft stores, or, you know, making a kit or something, you could sell it as a kit with materials inside to make something else. Really up to you, really, how you use it. Okay. I have bought myself, I've not used it, I have bought myself a timer. I actually bought it when I first thought about doing the channel, which was what, January, I don't know if it's January 22 or January 23. I'll actually have to have a look at my channel because I did put a video out, so I can't remember. It was when we moved into this house, but I can't remember how. Just so much life has happened since then. So yeah. So I just thought that would be better, would make things more concise. I don't want you watching processes that you already know and understand and have to sit through. I want to improve on what I do it well, make quality. I'm thinking about doing the 100-day project, because that would like sort of nearly take me up to Christmas. It would give me something to focus on. Because from what I could gather, I can start that at any time of the year. It doesn't like have to start in January or anything. And I can use it for sort of Christmas time. So I've got some ideas about making like handmade Christmases that you can like slow stitch and paper craft. Ideas for gifts, ideas for decorations. Like, for example, I didn't do Christmas cards. I mean, I don't make Christmas cards anyway, and the Christmas cards I have are all ancient. So I thought, well, I'm not going to do Christmas cards last year. And I'm very fortunate that I have a big bay tree in my back garden. So I cut bunches of bay, and I got some compostable, actually red compostable thread. I got some natural coloured as well, and made bunches of bay, like fresh bay, so that people could either choose to dry it or they could even cook with it. You can cook with it without it being dried, or just hang it up because it smelled really nice. You could put it in your bathroom and, you know, you would get that nice bay smell. So we might do things like that as well, because Christmas doesn't have to be this big all, you know, spend everything, get new decorations. A little tiny bit of blue showing through. Let's not have that. Yeah. I've got ideas. I've also, like I said, I've been rationalising my craft room. I've really extended the things that are actually behind the camera, so I've got lots of things within my reach. And things that are, you know, things that you have and you forget because they're sort of away. I've got things in front of me that remind me of things. Like all my punches are together, and they're sort of in the corner of the room. I sort of extended my desk. I was going to extend it out this way, but what I've actually done is I've got some boards and made a shelf that kind of slot into the corner of the room, and then I've put baskets on the boards so that I've got lots of different bits and pieces on those baskets. Sort of make a little nest, a crafting nest. But there you go. This is it. You could make your own, you know, if you've got stamps too. Have I got any of those in this? Might just not have those because I keep them together. Well, I'll use like the field note stamp, the field label stamp. If you've got, you could do that and then put another one in the middle that's plain, and then write what you have inside. I've not done that yet. I will do, because in my little boxes that I have with all my ephemera in, that I've covered in very much the same manner, I do label those. I actually just scroll on the front with some black marker. That's another way you could do it, because I figure it's only paper. I can just slap some more dictionary paper over it if I choose to change my mind and use it as a different thing. So there we are. Quickest storage you'll ever make that's free. What more could you want in life? I hope you've enjoyed this very quick video. I don't know how this very quick video, it might be like 20 odd minutes long, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's inspired you to make some ephemera holders, stamp holders, some containers in your craft room, using anything. You can use any cardboard box, any book page, and you just decoupage it on, and it makes that thing that looked a bit trashy before, you know, that's the before and after. I mean, I could just put that on a shelf, but that would look not very nice, whereas that does look quite nice now. When I give you the craft room tour, I'm going to split the craft room tour into two, because I have some shelves on my landing that are very full of stuff, so that would probably be one on its own. I'd have to talk to my family about that as well, because that's like in our house. I'm not classing this room as in our house, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like privacy. There we go. That's my thoughts on that. So yeah, quickest free craft room storage that you can do. Okay, thank you very much. It's wonderful. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell, share, do all the little YouTubey things that help this little channel grow. I really appreciate every single one of you. I'm just so grateful. Okay, everybody. Bye-bye.